Clover Classic Custard, the creamy taste that takes you back. Made with love by Clover.
Oh, man. Teresa Ulyate in the kitchen. She's having a big laugh at us. I don't know. Are we overreacting over this win?
Not at all, no. But I'm all for it.
Let me talk to you about that. How much does this win mean to you as a South African?
Well, I remember the 95 World Cup.
Yeah.
I was in high school. I remember watching that. And I think just the way it's brought people together. And, I mean, I was in tears on Saturday. I was cheering, crying. Just amazing.
Yeah, it's a beautiful
means so much to all of
coming
us.
together of
Yes,
people. Hey,
yes.
and speaking of a beautiful coming together, have you heard of the coming together of a croissant and a donut? Yes, it's called a cronut, and it's a beautiful thing. We're making this wonderful, tasty, flaky pastry with a delicious custard filling.
That's right,
this morning. I'm
yes.
very excited about that. So let's get cracking, shall we?
Okay, yes, right. So I'm going to put some butter in our pan. Because what we need to do is thicken the custard for our filling.
Okay, all right. And of course, Clover Classic Custard vanilla flavour is the
That's
custard that we are using for this particular recipe.
That's right.
So what are you using to thicken the butter? Is it a bit of
butter
flour?
and
there?
corn flour.
Corn flour?
Yes.
Why corn flour? Or can you use normal flour?
You might need a little bit more, but corn flour gives it that nice thickness, and it works really quickly.
It seems to have a very, very different consistency as well to the
It
normal
does,
flour.
yeah. So just mix that with your butter, and then we're going to add our Clover Classic Custard.
Is corn flour the same flour that you'd use in making shortbread biscuits?
Yes, exactly right.
Wow, do you know how I remember that? In grade 9, I used to make shortbread biscuits to sell around the street in order to raise money for like choir camps and stuff.
Did you do well?
I did very well, but I don't know if it's because my cookies were that good or just because like people are like, oh, shame. It's like little star-shaped.
I'm sure they were great.
biscuits.
I'm sure they were great.
Thank you for your belief in me, Teresa. I appreciate that. So what else did you add in this?
So
There
I've
was the
just
custard.
added the custard, so you're going to whisk that together and let it thicken for a couple of minutes. You'll see it'll thicken up.
Excellent
and then
stuff.
take it off the heat and let it cool completely.
All right, and
so
of
you
course-
want to do this as your first step.
As your first step. Of course, Clover Classic Custard has a unique recipe and is a source of vitamins A, B2, and D. It's creamy, it's smooth, it's super delicious as well. Ideal for these kinds of recipes and just maybe just enjoying it on its own as well.
Absolutely, yeah, in a bowl.
So now, what do you have there that you
So,
are brushing egg over?
I have got some puff pastry. You can just use store-bought.
Yep.
Absolutely fine. I've brushed some egg on top.
Does it need to be at room temperature, cold,
Yes.
or...?
Normally you buy it frozen, so defrost it in the fridge overnight,
Okay.
or leave it out for a couple of hours and you'll defrost it. And then I've got some cinnamon sugar here.
Alrighty.
So I'm going to just sprinkle that over the egg.
Okie dokie.
Some delicious sweetness and flavour.
By the way, SMS the keyword Clover to 33728. We'll send you the link to the recipe as well as an ingredients list so that you can make your own custard-filled cronuts.
Yum. Right, so we've got a second sheet that we're going to
There you go.
put on there. Pop that on top, and then we're going to cut out our donut shape. So
Oh, okay.
super, super easy.
Okay, there we go.
So you can use a cookie cutter. If you don't have a cookie cutter, you could use a glass or a small bowl
Oh,
or
that's true,
something
yeah.
like that.
Okay.
Do you want to do the mini circles for me?
May I?
Yes, there we go.
Oh, sorry, there we go.
So we can just make our little shape there. Or you can cut it out of the middle then. You get the...
Oh, so that they can
Or
actually
you could
be
make a
donut.
mini one.
I was
This
making
is
this.
the diet donut.
And you know what? With us trying to get our summer bodies ready, perhaps that might not have been an error on my part. Okay, so there we go. So you cut that out
Take
like
the
that
little one out.
so that it can
And
be
then you
in
get
the
the
form
shape.
of a donut,
That's
but
it.
it has the croissant effect because it is that
Totally.
flaky texture. There we
Yes. I'm
go.
going to pop this in the oil.
Okay, let me give you this as well so you can do that. Oh, that looks
Looking
wonderful.
good.
Oh, let go.
You know, you might as well fry the little mini ones as well.
Absolutely.
And then you've got extra.
Absolutely.
Or a little taster.
One more here. So how do you tell when it's perfectly done?
So when it's puffed up and golden, you can see all the layers there. I mean, it literally takes about 3 minutes.
Great stuff.
Then you take it out, and then you fill it with your custard.
But now the exciting stuff. So when it does come out, how do you get the custard inside?
So we're going to use a piping bag.
Okay.
I'll fill these ones in a minute. You can use a knife as well. You just break them apart, spread the custard in the middle, pop
lovely.
the top on. So, so easy.
My word.
Yeah.
Okay, very, very simple. SMS the keyword Clover to 33728. We'll send you a list of ingredients as well as a link to the recipe. Okay.
Right, should we see how these are doing?
Let's see. So any kind of oil that you're using for this?
Any vegetable oil, oil for frying. cronuts are coming along nicely.
All right. So they do
Quite
take a
there.
little bit of time, so do be
Couple
patient.
of minutes, yes. And you want them to be golden. You want that crunch.
Excellent. So wait, because I guess because donuts are deep fried, croissants
Yeah.
are baked, could you then bake these as well?
You could, yeah.
Yeah?
It would work in the oven.
It would just take a little bit longer.
Yes, it would. But there's something about frying a donut. It's that flavor and absolutely delicious. But
Okay.
you could bake them. And then once they come out, drain them on a bit of paper, toss
you
them
go.
in some more cinnamon sugar.
I ideally would love to taste one of these, please. And while I
tell
do
them
that,
to.
how about you take a quick look at a recap of how we made this?
Raise your donut making skills to a whole new level with these delectable Clover Classic Custard Cronuts. To make the filling, add 400 ml of Clover Classic Custard into a saucepan to warm up. Add a tablespoon of corn flour to a tablespoon of soft cube clover butter. And mix to combine. Add a spoonful of warm custard to the butter paste. Stir to incorporate. Then return it to the pot of custard. Fold together and set aside. Next, brush egg wash over a sheet of puff pastry, sprinkle over cinnamon sugar, cover with another layer of puff pastry, roll it out and repeat. A brush of egg wash and a sprinkle of cinnamon sugar. Then fold the pastry once more and roll it out again. Now, using a glass or cup, cut out large circles of pastry, cut a hole in the middle, and fry in batches until golden. Allow to cool slightly, then dust the cronuts with cinnamon sugar and pipe in the thickened custard and serve. Being this impressive shouldn't be so easy. Make them for home and take a batch to work. They'll be the perfect sweet treat to spoil your colleagues.
Made with love by Clover.
Imagine how your colleagues would love you if you spoilt them with that. Yeah! SMS the
Yum.
keyword Clover to 33728. Man, you've really got to love the people that you work with in order to bring them these cronuts. Imagine
order
just
to
walking up and going like,
share,
hey
yeah.
everybody, I made cronuts for everyone. Like, wow. Boss would be
Right.
like, let's give you a raise right now.
So this is one that we've just fried. I've tossed it in some more cinnamon sugar.
Oh,
and
my
piped some
goodness.
custard in the middle.
That's amazing, Teresa.
you go.
Thank you very much. You can just
Gorgeous.
lay it down there on the display. So once again, SMS the keyword Clover to 33728. And that's as simple as that for the keyword and the link to the recipe as well. Thank you very much.
Such
I'm
a
going to take
pleasure.
these to the rest of my team.
Fantastic,
And
yeah.
hopefully gain their favor.
Clover Classic Custard, the creamy taste that takes you back. Made with love by Clover.